Das ist das Abzeichen, die Schattengarde. Ich war mir bereits sicher, dass er ein Ritter war, als wir erfuhren, dass er ein Yujive ist. Ist eine andere Gruppe als die, in der du warst, Hagenberg? Titel und Ehre gehen in die Kilmar oder in die ihnen ähnlich genug sind. Andere Ritter arbeiten in ihrem Schatten und erledigen die Drecksarbeit. Darum der Name Schattengarde. Selbst unter den Rittern wird diskriminiert. So viel zu unserem zivilisierten Zeitalter. Schattengarde kennt niemand. Es sind alles Ausgestoßene, die sich nur auf ihre Fähigkeiten konzentrieren. Und Hazemay, er muss gefährlich gut sein. Ist das ein Brief? Der steht für Papa. Danke, dass du immer so hart arbeitest. Ich hoffe, dass du und Mama euch immer lieben werdet. Jetzt hat er ein Kind geschrieben. Es muss sehr gebildet gewesen sein, um so viel schreiben zu können. Ist der Brief an Hazemay geschrieben worden? Ich frage mich, ob das Kind ihn als guten Vater betrachtet hat.
Look.
Seht, all diese Sachen in unseren mehreren Stoffschichten verpackt wurden. Man zieht mich auch nicht dazu. Es sieht nicht so danach aus, als würde da etwas kaputt gehen, wenn man etwas fallen lässt. Wenn ich mich so umsehe, ist alles in diesem Raum in Stoff gehüllt, sogar der Boden und die Wände. Ist es denn nötig, solche Mühen auf sich zu nehmen? Ich möchte darüber nachdenken, desto seltsamer erscheint es mir. Vielleicht, weil man aus Stoff weniger Geräusche macht, weil es so ein bisschen schalldämpft ist. Was ist das für ein Gefäß? Sollen wir versuchen, es zu öffnen? Warte, tu es nicht. Ich habe sowas schon mal auf meinen Reisen gesehen. Die Yuji wäschern ihre Toten ein und bewahren die Knochen für das Begräbnis in einer Urne auf. Es ist eine Urne, aber der Größe nach zu urteilen sind das Kinderknochen. Wer ein Kind aus entführt hat, wird er nicht so weit gehen. Das ist nur eine Theorie, aber ich vermute, es könnte Hazemeys eigenes Kind sein. Er ist ein gefallener Ritter und dazu wurde noch ein Kopfgeld auf ihn ausgesetzt. Bei diesen Umständen war ihm kein ordentliches Begräbnis möglich. Ich vermute, er hat genug eigene Probleme. Aber hier ist nichts, was ihn entlasten würde. Wir müssen die Wahrheit direkt von ihm erfahren. Aber können wir ihn überhaupt fassen? Er ist dermaßen schnell, dass er uns immer entkommen kann. Eine direkte Konfrontation ist zwar schwierig. Vielleicht ist es ja irgendeine Schwäche, die wir ausnutzen können. Wie kontern. Vielleicht sehe ich den Hinweis. Die Wahrheitsköder nehmen würden. Die halbschmutzige Taktik solltest du nicht einfach so vorschlagen. Ist für meinen Geschmack sehr herzlos und falls es nicht sein Kind ist, ist die Aktion vielleicht genug los. Wir sollten das überdenken. Können wir ihn nicht aufmerksam für diese Menschen erregen? Das wäre sehr aussah. Außerdem kann er viel schneller, als wir fliehen. Hier drin ist auch sehr viel Stoff. Ist mir auch aufgefallen, dafür muss es einen Grund geben. Aber manchmal ist mir so viel Stoff. Um Geräusche zu dämpfen.
Aha.
Ja, wie ich eigentlich schon vermutet hatte. Geräusche, das ist es. Aber wenn er große Ohren nur hat, um aufzufallen? Wahrscheinlich ist er viel geräuschempfindlicher als wir. Ich vermute, deshalb lebt er hier in relativer Sicherheit. In einer Höhle mit viel Widerhall wäre es einfach für ihn, Menschen wahrzunehmen. Verstehe, damit schützt er sich also gegen Lärm. Ich habe tatsächlich schon gehört, dass die Yuji Nachtsicht haben und empfindlich auf Töne reagieren. Also ein so lautes Geräusch erzeugen, dass selbst es uns nicht zu ertragen ist.
Nice.
Ist der Versuch wert?
Right then, let's get this plan underway.
Mit Kochutensilien. Sehr schön.
Hazemay, come out!
Show yourself! Wow, that's some crazy echo.
Kind of nice getting to let loose. Long as I'm yelling anyway. Louise! You think you're so bloody untouchable, you bastard?
Hey! Big ugly sandwormy human thing! Even Hulkenberg wouldn't eat you!
Gasp! Rejected by Hulkenberg! The ravenous, all-devouring she-beast of the Knight's Order!
Eigenburg ist, glaube ich, nicht so amused gerade.
Is this what we've come to? Saying whatever's on our minds? Well,
Gallica, the sound of your wings keeps me up at night. Stroll, you think you're so smart.
Schon halt auch irgendwas rufen. Stolz auf uns, Digga.
Stroll, be more careful.
That's right! He's the only reason we're here. Stroll just had to play the hero and take on the request nobody else wanted.
Oh, I'm the only one playing hero here. Ah!
Enough! Stop this infernal din!
Uff.
What do you think would happen if that monster showed up without my ears working? You'd all be dead. Is this blasted bounty that important to you?
Here's our guest of honor at last. It was never about the money. Children are missing. We can't just ignore a kidnapper.
Kidnapper? I see now. As you were saying before, they've named me a kidnapper. A monster preying on children.
if the charges are false, I would hear it. In truth, even I've come to doubt the allegations.
And why is that, Lady Knight?
You've lost a child yourself, haven't you? I cannot imagine a parent who has endured such pain would kidnap children, much less sell them off.
Hold on. I can't trust a man who does nothing but flee. The people responsible for my home burning. Zorba, who forced the dead to fight on his behalf. Anyone who can't face reality themselves is capable of any low.
True enough. If we lived in a world where words alone proved us just, I'd not be living in this infernal cave. I'm sorry, but I won't go to the gallows before I've even honored my son's death. If you'll not leave me be, then we decide this another way.
So you're finally ready to fight us properly.
Draw steel.
Rematch. Alright.
Time to take your life. I'll not do it from the shadows. But if you refuse to retreat, then ready your blades.
Oh, so
We have
das ist
our
ganz
reasons
geil.
for not backing down. Hope you don't think hiding's enough to make us give up and leave.
Here I come. 'Tis best used.
He's not getting away this time.
Gunner!
Okay. Gut, ja, ihr seht das, ne? Der hier hat einen Schatten.
This better hit!
Right on target.
Wir haben gecrittet.
So, you saw through my illusion. Even so,
It's okay. I won't hold back!
Scour! Is everyone all right? I'm stepping back. For all that we strive for!
Run them through!
a blunder.
Is that all? Only a flesh wound.
By this
Okay,
power!
macht's mir einfacher.
Be
Oh,
neither
power
timid nor
of heroes!
arrogant. Let
Are
us
you
clean up
prepared?
this mess. I was saving this. How about
Natürlich von den Sandwalker.
Tactic.
All these copies. I wonder if there's some way to
I
tell them
won't hold
apart.
back!
Das fragst du das jetzt gerade, das ist...
Wind!
Don't get sloppy, Captain.
Observe night!
Oh. Ich hätte mir vielleicht der Kunde mal ausrüsten sollen, oder?
Is that all?
Jeder Schatten kriegt einen Turn.
Is that all? Captain, they've slowed you
I shall
down.
vanquish evil. Pierce. They die hard.
Seeker! Scour!
Don't get sloppy, Captain.
I show no mercy.
Die sind nervig.
Is that all? Hulkenberg's lost her memory. She can't use her skills like this.
Charging in! Huh, take this! Do you yet cling to life?
Irgendwie ist so gut wie down.
Tougher than I thought.
Seeker! Wind!
Then my fight ends here. What are those strange powers you possess?
Seitenhandschuhe, okay.
Not bad, if I say so myself. Nice. I feel stronger already.
How'd you cast spells without igniters? What was that?
We'll have our answers first. Did you really kidnap all those people from the castle town?
Look around you, lad. Where would I keep the victims? Besides, I'm but one man. Kidnapping on the scale you suggest would be damn near impossible.
You're saying you were framed? This case even reached the capital, you know. Why would anyone pin such horrors on an innocent man?
Innocent is more generous than most of the world sees me. A UG drifter, a disgraced knight condemned by the Sanctists. What couldn't they pin on me?
True. Er ist so wirklich alles gegen ihn. Check out chat. What at? Okay. I will get you back to that later.
They cast me out, stripped my titles, and put a price on my head. They would even refuse me the right to mourn my child.
Oh, thank you.
And thus, you held back against us, didn't you? You never intended to take our lives. Or perhaps you could not bring yourself to kill a young man.
Just didn't want to make a mess I'd have to clean up.
What do you think? Is Heismay really our kidnapper?
Natürlich nicht. Scheiße, natürlich ist er nicht der Schuldige.
I don't think he's the culprit.
I agree. That being said, it is also hard to imagine the town maintaining a groundless bounty so faithfully. It was the Holy Lady who named the price, and the guard captain who thereby took it to the capital. To end this as a case of mistaken identity would disgrace their word.
You think they must have had a reason to suspect him then? So, what's really going on here?
Ich habe schon eine Vermutung. Ich habe schon eine komplette Vermutung, was hier passiert. Ich wette, das ist der Handlanger von dem Primus, der uns auch den Tipp gegeben hat mit dem Sandsturm. Er ist einfach derjenige, der sie entführt und als Sklaven weiterverkauft, so nach dem Motto. Und nutzt einfach Heismay als die Person, um das einfach auf ihn zu schieben.
Sounds to me like between the Guard Corps and Heismay, one of them could be lying. Remember when we first arrived? We almost got killed by a beast they told us would be asleep.
You cannot be suggesting the Guard Corps set us up. Absurd! No, it defies all reason. They went to such lengths to place the request.
So you think I'm the one lying, do you?
Like I said, we don't make assumptions. If there's anything else you know, we're listening.
You're a strange lot. Fine. Investigate this as you see fit. And if you think I'm guilty by the end of it, put me in chains. What's the matter? Never tied up a captive before?
Give it a rest, old man. You'll make a better guide than a captive. Otherwise, the human makes a meal of us, and nobody wins.
A strange lot indeed. And... oh, my God, a foul-smelling one to boot.
About that.
Don't remind me. Sorry, but you'll have to bear with us.
Don't mind me.
If the charges prove false, you should be cleared. Still, we'll have to find a new head to be judged for the competition.
Then we'll just find whoever's actually behind it and have their head instead. Let's contact Barden tomorrow, but we'll keep quiet about Heisme. Can't tell if we can trust the guardsman yet.
What are we going to do with Heisme tonight? We can't exactly set him up at the inn.
Steady on. You're not leaving me to watch our bounty alone.
Fine. Then Neurus and I can both watch him tonight. Better us than risking our candidate, I suppose.
Never would have guessed that the bounty hunting was part of this plan to take the throne. And further, you've a Lady of the Knighthood with you. Not to mention command of a gauntlet runner. I sense there's more to this story, hmm?
Es ist eine lange Geschichte.
It's a long story.
It is even stranger that the youngest of you is the actual candidate. Still, I suppose I can see why they'd put their trust in you. But now the throne's in anyone's reach, eh? Suppose the king's magic wasn't just a myth. Well, hardly matters to an old codger like me. No telling if I'll even live to see the next king crowned.
This is all jolly cheerful. And I'm to be stuck between these two old goats the whole night.
Don't blame me, lad. You volunteered.
Those are some sharp ears. We should probably watch our words in here.
Was für ein schrecklicher Tag. Indeed.
Hey!
Ich glaube, nur so an die anderen geht es gut, aber jetzt sollten wir das erstmal schlafen, damit wir morgen fit sind. Sollen wir...
Young man, hey!
Oh, sie sind eine Reise, nicht wahr? Falls es stimmt, erzähle ich sie mir doch, wo sie überall gewesen sind. Dann kann ich erreichen durch meine Musik lebendig werden lassen. Kostet dann 250 Rief.
Then...
Sure.
Pleased to hear that. Oh. Let me perform.
Ich habe da tatsächlich schon alles, was ich bisher gesehen habe. So, irgendwas im Memorandum gemacht.
I'm in trouble now.
Evidently.
Es kommen also die Gerüchte, dass es bei einem Sandplatz sicherer sei und damit ist die Falle bereits gestellt. Aber wieder muss sein, jetzt ist in unserem Gewahrsam, die anderen bewachen ihn, also sollten wir uns ausruhen, solange wir können. Dann machen wir das mal.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all.
Ja,
I hope Heisme behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later. We also need to get some information out of Barden. But how do we even bring it up?
Are you awake?
Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Wait, but Heisme's in the Gauntlet Runner, right? If he's still bound there, that basically proves he's innocent. But if he's not, we need to get to the runner, quick!
das heißt mir da oder soll es nicht?
Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you alright? Where's Heisme? What happened here?
Der hat schon zugesoffen.
Oh, he reeks of alcohol. Neurus, you old sot, don't tell me you drank yourself to sleep.
Well, Heisme was blathering on about some things I found rather unnerving. So I had a little sup of the spirits to calm the nerves.
Wow, what a mess.
You witless... Maybe some cold water will wake you up, and if that water's not fixed yet, you're really in it! Ah!
Ist mir so noch
Now,
da.
what's all the commotion?
Ah, that was it. He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Nope. Fährt er auch
He
so?
doesn't drink and drive, does he?
If you dare touch a single drop on the road, I'll toss you off the runner's back myself!
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heisme was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Neurus? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share ghost stories.
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else. Children's shoes. It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Noch in der Stadt.
Inside the town?
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head, I trust I need not illustrate the risk.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn my son.
Heisme.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Okay.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture him so swiftly.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly we were right to trust you.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heisme the only suspect in this case?
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
Morrows ist der Täter.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Ujif brigands in the area?
Hmm? What did you say?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnappers' tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heisme was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
Natürlich sollte uns eher mehr glauben.
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the guard corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Pardon, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that? Did you hear it, lad?
Ja, ich hab nichts gehört.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
What? He's gone!
Heisme!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good. He's nowhere to be found. What's gotten into Heisme?
I got the impression he sensed something. If he'd meant to escape, he would have done it yesterday.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is Morris, his second in command. He framed Heisme with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Ujif would be a perfect scapegoat.
So Morris, a would-be guard of the people, has been kidnapping the residents and selling them off.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heisme heard in the night.
Norris is bound to have sobered up by now, right? Let's see how things are outside and get back to the runner.
Okay. Aber wir den Tag nichts machen können,
Are
weil es
you
direkt zum Hans
coherent
gibt.
yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath like that would freshen anyone up.
Tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to tracking down the real culprit.
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, it's coming back a bit. It wasn't just Heisme's reports that shook me. No. I saw something. It was right after I slung Heisme into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw some massive shadow moving through the fog. It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from the very bowels of hell. It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself, and all I found was the bottle.
Ich glaube, du hast dir mehr als genug, um dich recht ordentlich irgendwo dran festzuhalten, als wie eine scheiß Alkoholflasche. Du hast Stühle, du hast Tischbeine, du hast die Treppe da hinten, du hast Leitern. Du hast die Luke hinter dir. Du hast mehr als genug.
There, you're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris? I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heisme.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heisme's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.